Cassie, I know that you have business background. Can you please say a few words about your business background?
Sure. Well, I'm graduated in business administration and I have post-graduation in marketing. I have MBA in telecommunication management. I also have MBA in strategic management.
Hmm.
Well, and I've worked in a diverse diverse industries
Mm-hmm.
such as telecommunications, education, educational industry, beverage industry, let me see, banking. And when I started, I also worked with exportation.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started, I didn't know that in the future I would make this move for my current career, né?
Mm-hmm.
But in all the times, in all these moments, these places that I worked, I had to speak in English because most of them, I think almost all of them, they were multinational
Mm-hmm.
companies,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to communicate, and the official language was English.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
My first job was at Citibank, and I was trainee there,
Mm-hmm.
and we had training and meetings with international directors, international instructors, and we also had some exchange moments with other employees from all around the world,
Mm-hmm.
from the bank. And but when I started my career, I was more focusing on investment area, financial area, sales, and I thought that
Mm-hmm.
this was my cup of cake,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cup of tea. Sorry,
Yeah.
cup of cake.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Cup of
you
tea.
know.
I like both.
Yes. Tea and cake go together for sure.
Yes. Well, but when I was invited to work in the marketing department,
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love
Mm-hmm.
immediately. And definitely, this is my passion.
Mm-hmm.
This is still my passion. So after that, I've worked uh, a lot in this area,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of sub departments in the marketing. And I had the opportunity to work with all of them:
Mm-hmm.
data marketing, relationship marketing,
Mm-hmm.
and product marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't work very much with communication marketing, but I had to deal with all these people
Mm-hmm.
because I've worked a lot with product marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And when we deal with product marketing, we deal with the whole company because you are the mother of a product or a service. So you need to research the market, research the competitors. You need to develop the product, to set the price, to implement the product, to take care with the legal aspect, uh, with the IT aspect. Is it possible to implement
Mm-hmm.
technically speaking this product? And then we have to train people from sales,
Mm-hmm.
uh, customer service. So it's a complete experience,
Yeah.
and I'm passionate for that.
Yes.
And after a period, I I made this movement, but I spent around 25
Oh
years,
wow.
yes, in working in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of experience with the workplace. I had to present the projects, to convince people, to give details. I had to sit a meeting, chair a meeting, sorry, invite people to participate, to give opinions. I had to deal with conflict, and I also had the opportunity to have some teams of people. And this is, I think, for me, it was the biggest challenge, because when you have a group of people under your responsibility, something that they come to you talking about everything, not only about the job itself, but they share with us their perspectives. They have ambitions. They want to improve. They want to be promoted. They want. So you are dealing with their life. So it's a huge responsibility.
Wow.
And I always take it very serious when we are talking about people, because they have their emotions and these things.
Sure, yes.
Okay.
Working with people is a challenge, I guess, in every sphere. That's a really challenging task. Would you say that in Brazil, for a woman, it's hard to make a career? Is there a glass ceiling in your experience?
Yes. I can definitely tell you that, because I suffered a lot in many aspects. Well, when I started at Citibank, for example, I was very young because I had finished my university recently. I started a year later. I had finished my university, so I was very young, and I was trained to get a higher position. So I had to deal with two problems: my age, and because of I was a woman, and these higher positions, they were more for men. So I was always very questioned why I was there. And I had to explain. I was selected for a program. I was trained for that. I was trained for a year. I had a lot of courses, but we all had goals. My goals were higher than the others.
Oh. Yeah.
And it was said in front of everybody in the team. Well, your goal is this, but your goal, Kassiana, it's that one. Because they said like that, as you were trained, as you're so your goal is different.
Yeah, you had to work harder.
Yes, and I had to prove that I had competence for that, despite my age, despite being a woman.
Wait a second, Cassie. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Sure. So you had to prove yourself every time.
Every time, yes. And I had other problems in other companies that I like. A little bit of sexual harassment. They thought, wow, so what do you think? I received a lot of invitations.
Yeah, improper behavior.
That were not professional, yes. From people, from my work, and from some customers. They were very rude in the way it wasn't something nice. Yeah. So I had to deal. When I decided, sometimes I stayed quiet because I didn't know what to do. But when I had some situations that I went to my boss and I
Complaint.
I exposed it. Yes, complained. I told what happened or what
Well, you had to.
had been happening, because I wanted to know how could I deal with it. And all of them, they said that those things happened because it was my fault.
Oh, wow. Your fault.
Yeah, because I had to wear other type of clothes, and I usually wear professional clothes, like a tie, female tie. But I said, well, but what else can I wear? They always tried not to talk about that. They always find a way to say that I had to deal by myself, that this is not a problem. I believe that nowadays, this is something that is not common anymore. I believe.
Well, let's hope for the best.
But yes, but I suffered a lot, a lot.
Yeah.
But I suffered much more when I became mother.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because here they thought, so you have kids, maybe you have to take care of them. You are not be able to come sometimes because you get ill and you take them to the doctor. So they put us, they don't give us the best opportunities.
I get it.
Another prejudice.
That's upsetting. Cassie, we have to wrap it up. I'll just ask you one final question. Now
I talk a lot.
Well, that's a pleasure, actually. It's very interesting because your experience is unique, and I'm always glad to exchange experience and listen to a person from a different culture, a different country. That's really exciting. So thank you for that. Just a quick question. Now you are teaching business English. Would you say that competition is high in this particular area of teaching business?
Well, I believe that if people search here in my country, we'll find some schools, but we cannot find some a school that it's top here. People know, they always talk about this. No, so I believe this is an opportunity for us, because after the pandemic, people started to get more used with online sessions. And this is something that is very practical for business people. I have people from other cities, and they are directors, they are professionals, and they travel a lot. And that's fine, because if they are in other country or other cities, we can have our sessions. This is not a problem. Well, so we have an opportunity to show to the market here in Brazil that business English is something that is going to help them. It's different from the general English. It's more practical, it's more dynamic. We go straight to the point. We can personalize the classes for their needs, and they will have faster outcomes from these sessions. And people are starting to understand that. So we have this pre-task to teach professionals here in my country what is business English, why it's different, how can they get benefits, how can they benefit from this type of classes, and the companies too. So there is a competition, but I think for a good work, there isn't.
Okay. Thank you so much for your opinion, Cassie. It was a pleasure. And I hope we get a chance to exchange opinions more and have several sessions of interviews on a variety of topics. So thank you so much once again.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you a lot for this opportunity. And I'm always here I'm available for any kind of interviews, because I think it's important to have this exchange, this international exchange of culture, vision of the world. It's
Sure.
very nice.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cassie. Thank you.